Tribute to His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, first President of the Fourth Republic. But a meteor that did not burst into flames and disintegrate like all meteors do. On the contrary, in the sands of time. The turbulent occurrences of the 1970s in Ghana, the overthrow of the Second Republic, and the progress of power by the Colonel Ike Champong-led National Redemption Council, and subsequently the Supreme Military Council, the proscription of multi-party democracy, the professional, strong, entrenched military rule through the union government concept, the formation of the People's Movement for Freedom and Justice, PMFJ, to mobilize the no vote in the referendum, the consequences of the vote, and the conspiracy to abduct the Electoral Commissioner in General Fred Akufo in his stead, culminated in the emergence of Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings in the political space of our country. Carries ascribed by many Ghanaians to the man, Jerry John Rawlings, by the abortive coup of May 15, 1979. His trial, an important insight into his character, when he stood up before the military tribunal to accept sole responsibility to be absolved and freed by the tribunal. The great events that were to define his character and career, whilst awaiting execution of his sentence, he was dramatically freed from prison by the insurgents of what has come to be known as the June 4th uprising, when junior officers and other ranks of the Ghana Armed Forces banded together to throw out the headed by Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings. Thereafter, JJ to all and sundry in Ghana. It is no wonder that he came to regard June 4th as, quote, that defined day, unquote. He re-emerged that brought the short-lived Third Republic to an end on 31st December 1981. The tumultuous and at times PDNC rule are matters of record, winning him passionate admirers, vociferous critics, and determined lifelong enemies, all at the same time. He was the longest-serving ruler, civilian president, making 19 years in all. He was fortified in his work by his union with his celebrated consort, the equally dynamic Nana Konadu Agyeman Rawlings, who proved to be a sturdy pillar and invaluable companion to the very end, and who bore him 4 children. It was no secret that the relation that existed between the two of us, right from the heady days of 1979 through to my brief period in exile, his assumption of office as the first president of the Fourth Republic, the historic to be my elected the 2008 MPP presidential candidate, was one of open animosity. We did not see eye to eye. However, with time, things changed. Perspectives. One thing we had in common was our mutual commitment to public service. My visit to his ridge residence in 2012 signified the easing of tensions between us, leading to a friendship that lasted for the better part of some 8 years. Indeed, When the Ghanaian people in 2016, one of the first persons on whom I paid a courtesy call was His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings. From my entry into office right up to the day, I knew that in moments of difficulty in my presidency, I could count on his considerable wealth of experience and knowledge. On those, he advanced to me at the funeral of his late mother, Madam Victoria Agbotuyi, held at the forecourt of the State House on 24th October, to receive special prayers as the only surviving son. He told the men of God to wait. To my ears as I stood beside him, I reminded them that they should pray for you also, because you had also lost it. That his well-known, oft-cited ideals of probity and accountability, in which he invested a great deal of his political capital, have been enshrined in the Constitution of the Fourth Republic, and principles on which social order is to be developed in Ghana. There are many who acknowledge him as the founder of the Fourth Republic, a republic which has proved to be the most enduring and stable in our history, and which has witnessed 8 successive elections, 3 peaceful changes of government from one party to another, and 5 presidents. For all his revolutionary antics our country of respecting the 2-term limit of the presidency and superintending the orderly transfer of power to his democratically elected successor. Whilst he was with us, he respectfully declined an offer I made to him in 2017 to have the university after him. His reason was that, in adhering to a long-standing principle, he did not want to have any national monument or facility named after him. 2 days after his passing, at the 21st congregation of UDS, be accorded him. I am glad that this has found favor with his family, and the necessary formalities will be carried out to achieve this. That is, Tamale. Days associated with his political intervention in Ghanaian history, i.e. 15 significant days in the calendar of the nation. But the most significant of them all must be 7th January 1993. Commemorate 7th January as Constitution Day on the national calendar. The women whose efforts led to the establishment of the Fourth Republic. It is my hope and prayer that he remains for the Constitution and its enshrined term limits have endured. His unwavering positions on all matters concerning the destiny, and was quick to voice his views on them. His chairmanship of the ECOWAS of John Ajekum Kufuor, John Dramani Mahama and I, the 2nd, 4th, and 5th representatives of that high office, reinforcing the Pan-African vocation, which has been an essential element of Ghanaian public policy since independence. American revolutionaries, Fidel Castro, Hugo Chavez, and Daniel Octava, a nickname which seemed to please. Positive verdict on his contribution to the evolution of our nation and the entrenchment of its democratic institutions and culture. It is entirely appropriate and of the nation for that contribution. My wife Rebecca and our children join me in expressing our sincere, heartfelt condolences to his beloved wife, Nana Konedu, his children, Ezanato, Yasantua, figures of modern Ghanaian history, a man whose sense of humor was truly infectious. Comandante, rest and abide in perfect peace in the bosom of the Almighty until we all meet again on the last day of the resurrection. Farewell, God bless, and thank you for all your help.